Hey guys, and welcome to my new movie review. This is actually going to be a first for my YouTube channel, and the reason why is today we're actually going to be talking about The Matrix Resurrections. And the new part about this is, one, I'm actually going to be recording this one with my oldest brother, Mike Kilfoy, who I'm going to introduce you right after the introduction. Then the reason why I wanted him to join this review specifically, guys, is because I really wanted to hear his point of view on the movie, and I really wanted you guys to see it from two different aspects of really how we felt about this movie, and just that we have spoke about it before, which is why I wanted to do this afresh. But without further ado, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to roll that introduction. I'm going to give you the cast, the director, the synopsis, the genre, and the duration of this film, guys. And then obviously we'll be joined by Michael, my oldest brother, and we'll go into depth and real detail about how we both felt about the Matrix Resurrections. So without further ado, guys, see you soon. First off, we have the director Lana Wachowski, as the Matrix trilogy was filmed by her and her sister, the Wachowskis, also known as the Wachowski brothers. Lana Wachowski has actually come back to reprise this role to direct this one solo. And the cast of the Matrix Resurrections, we have, of course, first up, Keanu Reeves, reprising his role as Neo. Also reprising her role, we have Carrie-Anne Moss as Trinity. And for the Matrix Resurrections, a new Morpheus, Yohara Abdeen II as Morpheus Agent Smith. And Jonathan Groff, who plays the character of Smith. Also, Jessica Henwick, who plays the character of Bugs. Neil Patrick Harris as the Analyst. And last but definitely not least, we have Jada Pinkett Smith reprising her role as Niobe. Rated M for mature audiences. And the duration of The Matrix Resurrections is 2 hours and 28 minutes long. Return to a world of two realities. One, everyday life. The other, what lies behind it, to find out if his reality is a construct. To truly know himself, Mr. Anderson will have to choose to follow the White Rabbit once again. Cool. And here we have it, guys. I just wanted to introduce you to my oldest brother, Mike Kilfoy. Bro, how are you, man? So good to see
really
you.
Good. Yeah,
awesome,
really
man.
Good.
Fantastic. So far out. It's finally here. We finally did it. We went and saw this movie in VMAX, which was just an absolutely incredible experience. Obviously, we saw it in the best cinematic experience that we possibly could. Now, I think this is going to be a big surprise to most people watching this, because realistically, you know, we've now seen it, but our views is it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm interested to know. I've just given an intro, man. I haven't given anything really specific about my thoughts on this film, but I'm really ready to express and just dive into this and just see, do you know what I mean, where our heads are at, where, like, realistically, where we're the real juggernaut of this movie. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Hey, The Matrix Resurrections. What do we think of it?
It's really hard one, actually. Like, it was 2 hours of, okay, where's this going? Kind of like, we both saw it, and unfortunately, it lost us at the first scene.
Completely.
So, like,
Completely.
I mean,
the worst part about this film I really felt was that exactly what you're saying is the opening of it literally took us out of the film. Like as in, like, not took us into it, not took us deeper, but if anything, you know what I mean? subtracted our because they were this is the best analogy for it in my personal opinion. They were trying to put lightning back in a bottle.
Exactly. It's like, where are they going with this? And when they did the opening scenes, I'm like, is this a low budget movie, or
Right.
where did the millions of dollars go? I mean,
Millions of dollars.
the production was there.
Like, that's the part of it that was just for me like, what?
I know.
And this is the part for me that was just like so cringe. So guys, anyone who's been following my channel for any period of time, you guys know that I don't do spoilers. I never will, I never have. I don't believe in spoilers. But one of the things that really blew my mind about this film more over than anything is Universal made this movie in conjunction with Warner Brothers. So when I sat in the cinema, yeah, right. So when I sat,
the Warner Brothers logo didn't even come up. It was Universal. It was like, what?
So, well, the Warner Brothers came after that.
Yeah.
But
then
still,
when we
it
saw
opened
Universal
with
first,
like,
yeah, that came up.
am I in the wrong cinema?
Yeah, that's
Like,
exactly right.
This is not a Universal movie. Yeah, it was. But then, it was so on the nose. They literally even mentioned the element of that in the movie with the dialogue. Like,
Yep.
what?
Yep.
What? Wait, what?
Yep.
Why are you? What? That makes no sense. That
No,
like,
so-
why would you?
There was so much dialogue as well. It was like
So much.
when they were talking, it was really psychological.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know the director and the producer have been through a lot of stuff in the last couple of years, but do they really have to bring it into the movie?
Yeah.
So that's why she made it in the first place. But still, this is the Matrix, man.
Like, this is the Matrix. And even even I was going to say Neil Patrick. I've even got the cast up here. Even Jonathan Groff, who plays as Smith, even says at one point to Neo, "This is the Matrix." Like, it was almost like they were trying to convince us as audience members what we were watching, but it was just too like, what are you doing? This is silly. Like, this is the Matrix.
Over and over again.
Like,
It
it just
was
kept.
crazy.
It was ridiculous. And then, like, there was even times in this movie, again, so on the nose, where they were like telling the audience that it was a video game. Like, and I guess that's kind of a spoiler. And I'm sorry for anyone who hasn't seen this movie yet, I guess. But that, I apologize for that. But it's the stream and avenue where they come from to unfold it to why they've even made a fourth one. And again, the dialogue in the movie was, well, we needed to do this, we needed to make this because this studio told us to. What? What do you mean?
I actually thought about it the other day, and I don't want to spoil it either, but I'm hoping they're not going to get on the Marvel wagon, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the way they did something in the movie, or just hope they don't get on that, because you can't recreate Marvel either.
No, yeah, 100%. And it's like they're trying. I don't know. It's almost like, okay, well, this works, so let's see how well we can take it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
let's see how the.
We both realise Jim Carrey, and we know he's an overactor, and some of the characters in there actually overacted. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's specific, that's a great segue to what I was just about to talk to you just then. Yohabi Abuduri Menti, I do apologize that I'm butchering his name, the second, who plays the character of Morpheus. His dialogue was so ridiculously. It was just too matter of fact. Like, it was just so ridiculous. Like, it was almost like there was no secrecy to it. What do we discover? There's no everything was discovered already.
Yep.
And they knew that we knew that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so,
yeah. It was like he was really reading the script. Like, I mean, you can read the script and take it in, but make it yours. and then reproduce it. Like, wow, that's the character right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if this movie. I don't understand when people, and I've heard people say they really enjoyed this movie, or they, I don't actually understand what it was that they enjoyed. Like, I'm very, very confused personally of what was it that you enjoyed.
Like, I think when the trailer came out, we all really loved that, and that's what excited. Like, I reckon they put thousands into that just to watch it, and the technology.
Most brilliant movie for the biggest letdown.
Yep.
Like, masterpiece for a biggest letdown.
Yep. And the technology behind the trailer, if you watched it online, if you watched it on their website, you need to see the time, something about the time.
And that had nothing to do with the movie. They didn't even incorporate it. And yet it was the catch. It was the, wait, are you serious? What? This is incredible. Oh my gosh. One of the things, let's just touch on this for a second. Let's touch on the runtime. Like, man, 2 hours and 28 minutes long. Like, okay, Avengers Endgame, 3 hours long. But it had you at the edge of your seat.
100%.
It had you completely engulfed in the entire film.
And you can watch it again and again and again.
And again and again and again and again.
And just go,
literally, both times that I saw this film, I fell asleep.
Yeah, right.
Like, I just...
Crazy.
Just, like...
Crazy.
What are you doing? This is ridiculous.
Like, I think a quarter of the way, half the way, and then... Yeah, quarter of the way, half the way, I'm like, where is it going? Okay, what's going on? And then, like, as we both said, 3/4 of the way through, like, oh, here we go.
Yep. And bringing the villain in so late into the film, like, why? What was that going to achieve?
No.
Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, oh man.
I'd like to see how they get out of this.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and I don't know where I heard this, but apparently they're not making another one. I don't know where I heard that. But in saying that, one of the characters, sometimes in movies, even though they are as awful as this one was, one of the movies, the characters in this film that I have to actually give to, props to, is actually Jada Pinkett Smith, who played Niobe. Her, just an older version of her, she killed it. She was fantastic. Same mannerisms. It actually, for those of you who don't know, this is a bit of a trivia for you. Jada Pinkett Smith actually tried her hardest to get Will Smith to do this film, and obviously went to Keanu Reeves. But I was very, very surprised that Will Smith didn't end up in this film. You know what I mean? I was just waiting for him to be like, throw the cake back.
Well, they brought so many other people in, so I mean,
exactly,
why not?
Right. Why not? Yeah, exactly. Speaking of so many people, we had Neil Patrick Harris. Like, he's a big name in Hollywood. He's a really big name in Hollywood. Again, they were trying to get nostalgia and be like, okay, let's hold it and put it, let's jam it back in. And it just...
You can't do that.
It fell on it. You can't do that. You'll never be able to do that. It's almost like...
It's like I've been told you can't put a square peg in a round hole.
100%. 100%. And the thing that made me think about that was, it almost is trying to like rebirth Back to the Future.
No, you can't do that at all.
Right?
No way.
It just wouldn't work.
No.
Like, possibly in another 50 years time. Possibly.
But, once again, really big shoes to fill.
Huge. Massive. Yeah, absolutely. But again, nostalgia. Like, they just, the score, the theme, even how they went into this film, like our backgrounds, they go into the lettering, do you know what I mean? But then again, as soon as it opens, like, I wasn't even convinced of who the characters were on screen straight up. I was like,
that's right. It's like, who's
what?
That? What?
Like, what are you
That's right.
doing?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not even convincing.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
not even like, why are we? Who are these people?
Mm.
Like, oh man, I think that this movie is, in its core element, the central thing in its DNA, the biggest bomb that Warner Brothers has ever done. I know that's a big call.
It's pretty massive, but it's you know, sometimes it's prepared. It was really, really long. The end was, as we said, the end was really good. The production was there, like we know where they spent the money, and the don't want to ruin it, but the new kind of animated or robotic characters and how they brought that together, that was really good. But yeah, unfortunately,
The thing is why not utilize that more though? Yeah, but why not use those characters more? Like, especially if they're not villainous. Like, there was literally throw-ins. Why use those characters as throw-ins?
Mm.
Like, why not utilize them bigger and better? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
it's just like, that was a waste. Like,
That's it.
could have been so much more, you know. Oh man. So I guess the question really that I like to ask my audience is, does Matrix, it's pretty self-explanatory in my personal opinion, have in its core element the thing, in its essential thing, in its DNA, for us as audience members to go back and rewatch it, then we like to call, guys, rewatchability. It doesn't. It really, it just wasn't there. I mean, it wasn't there at all.
It was really hard to watch it the first time.
100%. Yeah. 1,000%. Yeah, and especially opening with the same. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I really feel like saying this just because of how unimpressed I was. But it just opened the same as the first movie, without giving anything away too major. Do you know what I mean? And then it just slowly, like I don't know. It was just too like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. So, what realistically, what would you take away from how this movie ended?
Yeah, without spoiling, they opened it for quite a bit. But if we've heard that they're not going to carry on anymore, and what I said about the Marvel, without running it, they ended pretty well, like how they did it, and it really got into the movie. Unfortunately, because like as we said earlier, if we watch the movie backwards, that would make total sense. And we'd be hooked all the way through.
100%.
Kind of like playing a record backwards. It just doesn't make sense.
Literally.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, it was just crazy. It really was.
I think that if they had Lana Wachowski, if she had rewatched this film from the end, and then taken the ending out and gone, okay, I'm going to make a movie out of that.
100%. Everyone would be like,
film.
Oh my god.
Yeah, literally. Do you know what I mean? The ending captivated us. The ending drew us in.
Everything.
And the ending made so much sense relating to the first films. The trilogy.
Even we saw it in Atmos, which is just one of the best sound formats out there. And they utilized all of it. You could feel and see it going, oh, now we're waking up. And I don't know, I don't understand. And even when we were sitting through the credits, and it was loud.
It was
the
awesome.
Credits were loud.
Yeah. It was so unbelievably utilized at the end. But the rest of the film was and that's the other thing. I've heard this so many times, and I completely agree with it. The action was so undertoned, literally, by the dialogue, because the dialogue was just so bad. It was just so bad.
And it was exactly like I know he was having therapy the whole way through, but it was like we were having therapy with him.
Right.
And do we really need that in a movie?
At all. What a disappointment. Man, what a disappointment. Far out. Just, so much of it could have been so much, but it was just such a huge letdown. Far out. No. This is definitely a massive thumbs down for us, guys. Yeah, massive thumbs down. I mean, it's funny because you kind of look at movies, specifically speaking of Universal, you kind of look at movies like the Fast and Furious franchise. My personal opinion, they have just gotten better and better and better and better. They kept the nostalgia factor. They kept the. I have loved that franchise since day one, and I loved 9. I didn't. So, well, the only movie in that franchise I didn't like, and in my personal opinion, it was only a one-shot watch, was Hobbs and Shaw. I saw it the second time. I was like, yeah, it's just too much.
It shouldn't have been really part of it anyway.
Nah, not at all. It could have been its own entity, but anyway. But the fact that they're making a number 10 is pretty epic. But for a Matrix film, for number 4, for how they opened this film to how they ended this film to what we got at the end of it, compared to the trailers and everything like that, what an abomination. A massive letdown, a massive disappointment. Just, yeah, sad but true. Definitely not keen to watch this movie ever again. I'm not going to be buying this on Blu-ray or anything like that. No way, shape, or form. Yeah, what are your final thoughts? What would you in a nutshell, in a brief monologue, tell the audience, how you feel?
If you love the Matrix like we did, yeah, go and see it. But it's long. You will enjoy the end of it, and it's very psychological. But the production is there, so if you're there for the visual and the production and everything like that, it's definitely there. But yeah, it would probably be a good streaming movie at the moment, unfortunately. Just to go, oh yeah, there's the Matrix. Yeah, let's play it while we're cleaning the house or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's we're gonna see where it goes this year, I guess.
In your opinion, do you think from how they ended the Matrix Resurrections, do you think that they should make another one?
I think, unfortunately, I think they opened it for another one, but I don't know if he's going to get the return from this one to be able to do it.
Yeah, speaking of return, so they've lost a ton of money in the box office for this. Yeah, there's a box office bomb.
It's crazy, it really is, and yeah, we can see it. So it's like, I don't know what script she's going to grab to turn that around or whatever. Yeah, it's going to have to be something really, yeah, just see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, wow. So yeah, Matrix Resurrections, guys, massive thumbs down. Do not recommend watching this movie at all in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, Mike, I just want to take this opportunity, man, to say thank you so much for joining this. Guys, if you haven't seen it yet, Mike and I have actually done a review for Simone, which I'll leave in the description just here. So go and check that one out. Again, seriously, man, really appreciate I really appreciate your feedback on this. I really appreciate your point of view, because it's good to it's okay to hear someone's perspective from what they think, but it's also better to hear it from another point of view, because then we know. Do you know what I mean? It's not just me saying, "Oh, this movie is crap," and everyone else is like, "What are you talking about? This movie's great."
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, different perspectives. But again, seriously, man, it's so good to have you here. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And until we do this again, take care. We'll see you soon.
Don't worry. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, bro. So as you guys know, at the end of my movie reviews, I love to give you guys trivia. And I'm only going to give you a small piece of trivia, guys, because I have taken up all your time. I hope you guys have appreciated our review for The Matrix Resurrections, guys. And without further ado, guys, here's some trivia for you. Trinity's alter ego, Tiffany, is now married to Chad, played by Chad Stranansky, who directed the John Wick series with Keanu Reeves. He, in fact, was a stunt double for Keanu Reeves in the original Matrix trilogy, hence both played Neo. In a way, Trinity married Neo. The teaser site, What Is The Matrix, came back online on October with the returning Choice Your Reality section, where visitors choose either red pill or the blue pill and be treated to an unique teaser for The Matrix Resurrections. It also featured exactly 2,880 unique variations of dialogue for both versions because the teaser would detect your time and then read out mid-teaser. Lawrence Fishburne told Collider Movie News that he was not in the Matrix movie. When questioned, he replied that someone would have to ask Lana Wachowski because he didn't have the answer to that. So there you go, guys. That is all the trivia I have for you today. I really, really hope you valued this movie review for The Matrix Resurrections. Like we said, we didn't appreciate it as much as most people did. All film is subjective, guys, so it is what it is. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a thumbs up on this review. I really appreciate it. And don't forget who's bringing this review for The Matrix Resurrections. Guys, this is Superman Steve and also Mike Kilfoy. Loving your time and appreciating you guys always. Flying out!